Hey, what's up, Saji? How are you doing? Hope everyone's doing okay. Here's your reading for July from the 1st to the 15th. If you would like to skip the intro and the shuffling and the astrology, go ahead and see the comment section for the timestamp available for you. The only thing that we're doing different this month that will be implemented, or perpetuated, I should say, are these cards right here. They are by Doreen Virtue. They're called Loving Words from Jesus. We're going to go ahead and pop out about maybe 1 to 2, depending upon how the reading goes, right at the end of the reading. Also, guys, just as a reminder, this is a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest and apply it to your situation. If you would like a private reading, go ahead and see the description box on details on how to obtain it. I'm going to give you guys your contemplator cards that popped out as I was meditating on your guys' sign. Okay. So, Sag, we ended up popping out with the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Swords reversed, the Devil card, Six of Wands reversed, the Prince of Swords reversed, also known as the Knight of Swords reversed, the King of Swords, the Ten of Cups reversed, Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, Death card, Three of Wands, and then the Three of Wands again. It was strange how they both popped out like that. Or it popped out twice, I should say. And then Temperance, you kind of popped down your own reading there. And then the Judgment card. Okay. Here we got that done. Let's go ahead and I'm going to give you your astrology. And this is for Sagittarius sun sign. Sometimes there'll be extras kind of thrown in there in terms of specifically for a rising or for like a moon. But normally it's for Sagittarius sun, but it also can cross, onto the rising and the moon as well. So it just depends. So, Sagittarius, this July your house of career may become robust. Planetary aspects are not favorable for family and emotional issues this month. Problems concerned around these areas may linger for some time, hence you may need to lay emphasis on professional life this July. The majority of the planets are located in the western half of the chart towards your descendant sign, so check out your descendant sign and how it may affect you. You shall allow situations to direct your life and flow with them. Independence and hard work may not yield the results. Independence and hard work may not yield the right results. Cooperation and teamwork may prove to be of great assistance where social grace and adaptability may be necessary. Planetary retrogrades may slow down your progress this month, but may work out to be advantageous in the long run. The influence of Saturn may have positive impact on your health and finances where you may not have any problems facing the demands of planetary changes this month. For the Sagittarius sun sign, monetary situations may be demanding this month. And also, you may require to exert more effort to earn the same amount of money. However, you shall use this to reduce your expenses and to clear old debts. For any Sagittariuses in an established bond, love may seem to be pretty good, However, problems may arise due to planetary impacts at the end of July. This will necessitate an assessment of your current relationships, right? So it's going to cause you to kind of look over them. It's going to bring that up and assess them. And it'll be necessary in a sense, where you may have to decide on the continuance of the alliance. For the single Sagittarian, you may not have a problem in finding new love partners. Love may be found in the vicinity of your home amongst close friends. This month, you may find that the workplace may be a source of love, where family members and colleagues may also help in forming new love relationships. Just kind of being there for people at work and seeing them there for you, seeing the reciprocation of that, like that type of love. In terms of health, it is essential that this month you maintain good health for professional success. So however that works for you, go and apply it. Overall, for July 2017, your career and health may be interlinked this month. So watch out for that, okay? Not too much stress at work, things of that nature. Okay, we got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and bless the deck, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Sagittarius with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay. Gonna move these while we pop out cards. All right, Sag. So, as I'm popping out some cards for your guys' spread, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of talk a little bit about your contemplator cards so we can go ahead and get as many messages as we can out there. So, Sag, you may not be feeling too good maybe this first half of July. I feel like, you can't really handle things sometimes, or the things that are thrown at you are kind of throw you off balance more than usual. Father God, can you please release Sagittarius' first base card and clarifiers after that for July from the 1st to the 15th, please? But I feel, Sagittarius, that, this moment or this phase that you're kind of going through about not feeling balanced when things are thrown at you, I feel like it's going to put you in a space where you're going to kind of be sick and tired of being sick and tired of how things are going. And I kind of feel like it's going to cause you to look at your life and see where things are currently at and where, wants to pop out, I'm going to take them. See, 3 of Cups. So I kind of feel like I said, it's going to cause you to kind of look at those areas that you're feeling unbalanced. And I think that it's going to have a positive effect where you're going to kind of just stumble out of the feeling of maybe being stuck or feeling trapped a little bit. Like it's going to push you out of that period, because you're going to get sick of being there. But, there's always the but, right? I kind of feel that, 3 here. Okay, we'll go ahead and go with those. I kind of feel that, you may need to look at that area and be sure that this is the right decision in terms of that's how you want to go about it. Look at the things that keep you bound. Look at the things that distract you. 4 of Swords reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And we have 3 of Wands reversed. So this came out reversed after it came out twice in your contemplators. 6 of Cups reversed. Then the King of Cups reversed. Okay, here's the first set. I'm going to move these and then we'll start on the second. So back to what I was saying, I feel like you may be applying your communication in certain areas improperly. Father God, what's the second base card for Sagittarius? And some clarifiers after that. Okay, we'll go with this one. Some clarifiers after that, Father God, for why that card is there for July from the 1st to the 15th. 10 of Swords reversed. So, because I feel like, communication is going to be a really big thing for July for you. And you're going to have to apply it in a new way or in a way that's going to not hinder you being misunderstood. Okay? Because I kind of feel like, you maybe aren't so emotionally fulfilled right now. And the thing is about it is that no one will ever be emotionally fulfilled, but it's to be happy with what you have, versus what's you don't have, because then that means that the things that you do have maybe aren't enough. But I mean that in a positive sense, because I do feel like, maybe you're doing okay in terms of like your job and stuff, but I feel like maybe you're not happy in the areas that you're at in terms of your life, your social life, your life beyond work, your personal life. Okay, and I kind of feel also that there's a transformation coming, Anything else, Father God, that you would like to provide? And I think that this transformation is going to be a surprise for you a little bit. but you're going to have to really look over it and see that this is the right decision in terms of going with this transformation. And just have really good judgment in terms of anything else, Virgo? How you look at it. Don't look at it as a bad thing. It's just change and embrace it, and it's going to be good. Anything else, Virgo, that you would like to release? The White Ten of Swords is in reverse here for Sagittarius. Okay, let's pop out and take here. So we have the King of Wands in reverse. The Hermit. We'll be dealing with the Virgo. The Hanged Man. And then we have the Alchemist, also known as the Magician. Okay, we'll just pop out some crowning cards. Father God, what's crowning Sagittarius from July 21st to the 15th? And also pertaining to the situations at hand. What's in Sagittarius' mind, Father? What's Sagittarius thinking? What crowns them this month? Okay, this flipped. Four of Wands. Father, what's crowning them? She wanted to pop out. So let's see here. Prince of Pentacles in reverse, also known as the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Prince of Swords in reverse, like the Knight of Swords in reverse. See what I was saying about the communication? I feel like that's going to be really important this month for you. Anything else, Father? It's crowning them, the situations at hand for July. Okay, these two wanted to pop out. I'm going to take them. Oh, the Empress, okay. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, your crowning cards, let's start with the first set. Right. Let's bring these back up here. Okay. So, coming into the reading with the Eight of Wands. Okay. So, Sag, just from looking at this here, you kind of just, you want to just enjoy everyone's time. Like, you're not trying to fight. It looks like you're not trying to really argue. You just trying to just chill, like be under the radar, but in a good way, like, you know, just not cause any upheaval, I kind of feel. And in your thoughts here, you just want to celebrate that and celebrate, you know, your time and enjoying people's time, I feel. But with this Eight of Wands here, I kind of feel like sudden things just like pop up out of nowhere. And it's like it causes bumps in the roads in terms of like, why did this happen? Like, what did I do to maybe deserve this? Or why did that person get upset? Like, where did that come from? Like, those kind of questions are kind of, you know, in your mind or in your thoughts, or that actually happen within your environment. But I kind of feel like, this is going to be a month for you where you are going to think about, how am I communicating? How am I adding to my life, to my stability? What am I creating? And how I feel like you're taking your end of the responsibility a little bit this month, where you're seeing where you contribute versus what other people do. And I'm also kind of feeling and picking up, is this worth it? Is a lot of the upheaval that pops up, I feel like it's kind of like you're trying to see if it's you, if maybe you're causing some of this. Because I feel like, in your mind or in your thoughts, you feel like situations aren't kind of going the way that you expected them to, or that you kind of thought or picture that they should go, And I do see you are in the company of maybe a lot of people. So it kind of makes sense why the Eight of Wands would pop up, where with that would be sort of an issue, maybe because since you're around a lot of people, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different communications coming in, a lot of different, just people. Everyone has their own issues, and things coming in because of it, and it can cause some disturbances in terms of other people have other opinions about it. And I kind of I'm kind of picking up too, Sag, that like these people that you're around, are they people that like really add to your life in terms of lifting you up, or maybe being there when things kind of come crashing down for you? They could be a part of that. Because I see that, you're a little maybe stuck in the past this month. I'm also picking up that maybe you want to revisit the past and see where things went wrong with certain people and possibly make it better. But I don't really see, or I'm not feeling like it's going to maybe get better. Because I kind of feel like it's leading you to feeling like the King of Cups maybe a little bit in reverse, where like maybe feeling like some manipulation, or maybe feeling like you can't express your emotions the proper way. Or maybe because you express your emotions, you feel like they may be a little bit negative by nature, so you're trying to maybe avoid further communicating with people. Because I think you don't really maybe want to ruin or disrupt, I should say, it's a better word, this Three of Cups moment. I'm picking up, Sag, that like this is kind of a little bit of a delusion, a little bit. Like the people you're involved with, maybe you think that everything is okay, or you see that things are maybe okay on the surface, but if you really dig deep, they're not okay. Because I feel like maybe some of these people have either hurt you in the past, if you've hurt them in the past, and it's kind of like it got swept underneath the rug, so you're not really going to maybe want to talk about it with them, or things are kind of, there's no closure. Just kind of feel like, you're coming out of that period of maybe thinking about things, or maybe coming to the point where it's like, okay, I'm just going to make a decision, I'm just going to do it. Because, the Four of Swords reverse is kind of needing to take a break as well. Needing to rest from a period. Maybe you need to rest from those people that bring maybe negativity to your space. Are you indulging too much into their relationship, are you indulging too much into the relationship where you kind of feel like the ships aren't coming in? Like, also, you could be giving, or these people can be giving you, or you could be giving these people, to or from you, like an ultimatum, kind of like, I made this decision with the Three of Wands in reverse here. I made this decision, so either you're going to come or you're not. And you're like, hold on. But wait, I thought we were friends. Like, I thought like we were involved in this, or we were a couple, whatever the case may be. I thought that we were involved together in this. Like, why all of a sudden are you telling me this? Or you may be telling other people that they may feel like that. And I'm picking up like there's really some negativity going on here with that ultimatum. Like they're purposely doing that, or you're purposely doing that to them. Because you're seeing that, you know, things did not work out in the past. And I feel like maybe this person took advantage of the moment that maybe you were there or they were there. And they're just like, they were waiting for that perfect moment just to remove the rug underneath your feet. And I think it comes from, you know, exhaustion and not thinking about things properly, or just kind of ignoring things, which leads to a lot of the upheaval coming through, a lot of the changes that come, which is also why maybe you think that things aren't going the way that they should, or that you would like them to. Because I mean, what do you add to your stability? What do you add to your life? If it's negativity, how is positivity going to come out of that? Three of Cups, Three of Wands, it seems like there's a decision to be made. Maybe the decision is, do you want to be tired and exhausted in putting more energy into this relationship that isn't adding to your stability in terms of your life and isn't adding to your foundation? It isn't bettering you. You're not learning anything from these people. Or it may be draining like your account. Maybe you're paying for everything. And I'm kind of picking that up too a little bit. And it leaves you like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, where just things aren't right. Things are not placed in their proper place. And like all your ducks aren't lined up in the proper row. And therefore, when the night ends, it's kind of like, whoa, what the hell happened? Or the decision needs to be made where, do you want to continue to stick to types of relationships where the past is being revisited so much and it's only leading to negative feelings? I kind of feel like it's kind of bad either way, or it's not favorable either way. But I do see that, you know, you just want in your mind here, in your thoughts, you just want to celebrate. Like, I feel like maybe you thought that we've come so far, whoever the person is in question. And it's like, shouldn't we celebrate how far we've come in terms of our emotions? And how far we've come in terms of getting over the issues? I really think, yeah, that may be it too. Like, the problems coming in, surprises coming in especially. And then it's like, it's okay for a bit. Everything seems fine. And then the ultimatum comes, or the major decision comes where it kind of ruins everything, and it makes everything kind of just, it dilutes it. And you're left like, what the hell? Like, where did that come from? I really feel like this Four of Swords here is in reverse, is like I said, needing to take a break, and you're exhausted. And I don't think that you can keep up with all of this when you're exhausted. Maybe too much indulging with friends and whatever the substance or, you know, extracurricular may be. Let's see. I don't know, Sag. Maybe you should rethink maybe some of your relationships and how they make you feel. Maybe you're not really going over that with yourself too much. Seeing that maybe relationships are kind of making you very exhausted and very tired. To the point where it's like, you're so tired that you can't even deal with like the after effect of it. I'm kind of getting that too a little bit. Or maybe even it makes you so exhausted because you're dealing with other people's issues so much that you can't even deal with your issues when they pop up. And it's just kind of like, you're just like, oh, whatever, screw it. Like, you know, with what you're going through, which is very important. I mean, you have to take care of your issues too, because then you don't have the vitality to continue on in terms of helping other people if you can't even, you know, get what's going on with you together. And, you know, if people are doing that to you and you're constantly exhausted, either a lot's coming from you or maybe a lot's coming from them. In that case, you need to pick your battles and learn to kind of walk away, you know? When I see the Ten of Swords here in reverse, it's normally a pretty good card, right? Needing rest as well. But the Ten of Swords in reverse can also mean kind of theatrics. Like acting a certain way to get us an expected result in a manipulative way. Trying to avoid a disaster. And why I'm saying that, what leads me to think that, is because we have the King of Wands here in reverse. So, I mean, you could, let's just go over, you could be dealing with maybe an Aries. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Aries, Leo, or a Sag, Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. Yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe even possibly, I see all signs here, even an Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. But I really feel like I'm going back to the delusion thing, where it seems like everything is okay. I feel like this is very surface related. The issue's not going away because it's not being dealt with like on a deeper level. And I feel like, what are you creating? How are you approaching the situations? Are you being maybe somewhat dishonest with people? Because maybe you feel like you have to act a certain way around these people, and you have to find a way to communicate with them properly. You have to find a way to how to maybe earn their respect or earn their love or their trust. But look what's coming out of it. Upheaval, issues, surprises. And I kind of feel, Sag, that like you have to look at it and say, what the hell is going on? Like, what? Hang out and see what's going on. Make the decision of, do I want to stay here? Because I feel like you have to gain some enlightenment. And I think that you're going to see it through your actions. That's why I think that things aren't working out for you. It's just, what are you creating? Are you doing this maybe behind the scenes where people aren't aware of it? It's like, I'm sensing a little bit of dishonesty here. And if we're dishonest, Sag, like, why do we expect that things are going to work out the way that we need them to? I mean, what's always done in the dark will come to light. Because if you're acting a certain way and you are being you're coming into relationships or into situations abruptly, and maybe you are causing, like I said, some of these Eight of Wands moments. And then you're kind of sitting back like the King of Wands in reverse saying, oh, well, what happened? Why did this, wow, where did this come from? Well, what do you mean, where did it come from, when there's some theatrics going on? Kind of denying your involvement in certain things. And I feel like, you know, when you go into that moment of enlightenment, when you gain understanding, when you gain clarity, you'll then begin to sit back and say, who are these people and what am I doing? Why am I here? All of those questions, like the hermit. Why am I here? What's the purpose? Why? What's going on? Then I believe that that's when you'll create more for yourself. When you'll be like the alchemist or like the magician, where you'll be able to then spark up creativity and say, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. Because I feel like you came a long way in terms of where you were, but I feel like there's some going back to like maybe an old way of how you used to think or how you used to approach situations. And you just want everything to be okay and to be a celebratory moment. But things can't be like that if your communication's off and your stability isn't refined. If you don't understand how you add to your environment, or what and how you add to your environment, and how you communicate with people regarding what you allow and what you won't allow. Maybe that's why you kind of maybe having some tricks up your sleeve in terms of how you're acting to maybe play the victim a little bit. Remember, guys, general reading, this can be done to you or from you. And then you're bringing all of this into your environment, and then you think that you're going to mold it into your own particular situation and it's going to be favorable, like the Eight of Pentacles in reverse here. Because I kind of think that you're kind of doing this a little bit. Like, you're playing, maybe straddling the fence a little bit, and you know how you're coming off. But I don't really think it's working in your favor, or probably won't work out in your favor. Let's pull some advice cards. I don't know, Sag. What's going on this month for you? I'm just going to pull from the bottom of the deck. I just had a feeling. Make sure you use your intuition, Sag, and you know what you're doing. You know? Look over things. You know the answers. You do. You just have to follow through with them. Oh, there you are. Follow through with them and make the best decisions that you can. Because when you don't make the best decisions, this is what happens. You can't mold the situation to what you want to mold it into. It's not going to happen. It's going to cause a lot of the upheaval. It's going to cause a lot of the issues that happen because of the behavior. Because maybe someone in your environment is being a little sneaky, and they maybe think that they can get away with things. Maybe get away with some of the theatrics that go on. Some of the fakeness that gets kind of played and portrayed. Because when that happens, right, and you make better decisions and you use your intuition in terms of what you accept and what you won't accept, you come out of that period, and that's when you won't run into any impasses with people. When this happens, you can then mold the situation into what you want to mold it into. But until then, you're going to be in that circle of a rut. The redundancy, you know? Oh, that. Oh, wow, okay. Wow. Sorry, Sage, let me set this up for you. Looks like this. Because when you don't use your intuition, right, and you don't make the proper decisions, even though they're upright, but I think this is like advice, like you should be doing this. When you don't do this, people then can look, people especially who are your environment, who aren't good for you, who don't add stability to your life and don't add anything of positivity to your life, you end up feeling like this. I'm kind of feeling like with this Two of Swords in reverse, this is kind of pretending that everything's fine, but look what ends up happening. What ends up happening is no one wants to work together. No one thinks that they should work together. Because there are secrets involved. And look, the Prince of Swords is right here, right above it. Are you seeking the proper people or the proper way to communicate with people when lies start to develop? If you don't want to take the time to understand the communication and how it happens, or how it's applied, or who you let allow into your life that isn't communicating properly, lies are going to start. And this is the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is the beginning of proper communication. But when it's in reverse, even the beginning of the communication isn't happening properly. So these are the beginning of lies and delusion and illusion of the truth. And it's funny that's right here, right on top of Temperance and the Seven of Swords. Are you making the proper decision in terms of the people that you let into your life and how they affect you and the sneakiness that goes on? This is someone who's about to get caught, who's bound to get caught. Maybe it'll bring you out of that impasse with them, or out of the impasse of just your life in general. The High Priestess, right? Number 2. Two of Swords here in reverse. There's a decision to be made about this center. Do you want to continue to have the lies, and do you want to continue to indulge in the lies and not seek the way that they're happening and how they're coming about, and then just make the decision to allow people to do that and to become or act sneaky and then walk away like, haha, yeah, I got him kind of thing? Would you really allow that? That's the decision that needs to be made here. And that leads to people not working together because they don't want to. They don't see the point. Why work together when they can get away with things that benefits them, or if you're doing this, benefits you? And it leads to not being strong. And this is the number 8. Here's the 8 of Wands. Decision needs to be made. Are you going to indulge in the lies that lead to uncooperation? I don't know, Sag. You're going to have to make that decision this month for yourself. But it's only up to you. What are you going to allow? And most importantly, when that happens, why are you going to allow that? I mean, even 8 here. What's in your thoughts? Another 8. The decision needs to be made. There are major decisions here. 3 of Pentacles, the Empress. I'm sorry, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and 3, the Empress. Another decision. These are all decisions that have to be made. I don't know. Let's see. Father God, in the name of Jesus, what does your word have to say for Sagittarius this month? What advice can you give them, Father, in terms of your word, and your love, and your honesty? Father, what advice do you have for Sagittarius? Well, blew my candle out. He was like, this is the card. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Sorry, Sag, the camera's a little weird today. Right? So when people see the good that you do and who you are, those types of people are going to come to you, come to your circle. They're going to then see, they're going to see that You're no one to maybe play with in terms of that. And I think that God's trying to tell you that when you put him in the middle of everything, he won't allow these other people to come into your life and treat you like that. Because people will just see that, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to do that with that person. And also, Sag, it's love. That's where it comes from. And sometimes you need to give your situations to God and let him deal with it. Because people will then see the good that you do, right? Then you'll then be strong. And that's when the Eight of Wands would just disappear. And that's when you can actually celebrate like you wanted to. When you'll see all the hard work that you put in. But until then, you're going to continue to be in this cycle of just lies, decisions having to be made, people getting away with things, and affecting your strength. When you need to put him in the center of it. Then when you make certain decisions because you have guidance of the Lord, then you'll attract other people, and those types of people will then not be injurious or nefarious by nature. They won't try and come and attack you. Bottom of the deck here. Come unto me. I don't want to put up to the camera guys, because it gets kind of blurry. Come unto me, all that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You need the rest, Sag. You really do. A rest from all the craziness and the upheaval that comes. And this is Matthew 11:28. Matthew 11:28. So I advise you guys to read these books, okay? These chapters as well. And they're both Matthew. So read Matthew chapter 5 and Matthew chapter 11. And, you know, this is 16 and this is 28. But read the whole chapter, I bet, and it will help you gain some insight into what's going on. All right, Sag? Be good. Okay? Make sure that you apply it and you read those chapters, okay? And then I bet it'll apply to your life. It really will. All right, Sag? Stay good. We'll see you for between the 15th and the 31st or any other random video I put out. All right, Sag? We'll see you.